You want answers? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
Welcome to Truth and Logic, the weekly talk show that uses logic to explain the truth.
And the truth shall set you free.
Here's DaRon Montgomery, David Cross, and Michelle Daniels.
Good afternoon. You're listening to Talk Zone Radio. This is Truth and Logic with DaRon, David, and Michelle. I am DaRon.
This is the controversial one, David.
This is Michelle.
And it's 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. And depending on where you're at in the world, family, you can adjust that time accordingly. We'd like to thank you for listening to our weekly open forum discussion and welcome you as we discuss current events and social issues. Once again, family, we are live and the phone lines are open. We can be reached at 888-GO-FOR-IT. That's 888-463-6748. And before we get started, as we always do, the thoughts and views expressed on Truth and Logic are the thoughts and views of its host and do not reflect the thoughts and views of TalkZone.com, Syndication Networks, LLC, or any of its subsidiaries and or affiliates. Now, having said that and gotten that out the way, what we're talking about today are stereotypes of the black man and black woman. Dun, dun, dun.
Well, first off, let me put this out. I'd like to tell everybody, you know, this is our last show on Talk Zone. It was great. If you're following us on Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, whatever it is you're following us on, we'll let you know. We start our new endeavors tomorrow, and we like to thank Talk Zone, Dave, everybody that got us.
Everybody that gave us a chance to do what we do and put our voice out there.
Exactly.
Thank you.
So, stereotypes of the black man and black woman. Whoo!
Where do we go with that?
You feel like you want to start, David.
I'm really just tossing the ball up, and I'm going to flow off of you guys because I know you
like Magic Johnson with the no-look pass.
I swear, I'm coming up with double-digit assists today.
Man, hey, it's, you know what, but the bad thing about it is we all play into the stereotypes.
Right.
You know, you talk about the loudmouth black woman.
Okay.
And
What?
and we see it all the time. Like coming in today, lady cut me off, damn near hit my car, and she gets mad at me for blowing the horn.
Why did you do that? Why did you blow the horn at her?
Now, see, I have a problem because she drove, I don't know, some bullshit, and be willing to bet she don't have insurance. Then she hit my caddy, and next thing you know, my insurance probably going up. And
you say hit the caddy.
Caddy.
That's another stereotype of a black man.
So, I'm about to say, you live in a stereotype right now, brother.
My mother told me.
In the backseat of the caddy.
My mother told me when I got my first caddy. She said,
He's had multiple caddies, people.
Oh, I used to have a 79 Cadillac DeVille, baby. Hey, I damn near cried when I got rid of that car.
I wasn't born in 79.
Wow.
I had to put a shot. I'm sorry.
I was like 8.
I was 2.
I was like
Nothing.
probably.
You were nothing yet.
But my mother told me, you know, black man's dream is to have a Cadillac and a white woman.
Wow, really?
Yeah, she said.
So is that a stereotype?
That's the exact reason why I don't have a Cadillac.
I got Cadillac because I just like them.
No, I'm just saying because like that was okay. Like growing up, 70s, early 80s, or whatever, when you see a black man who made it, whether it be on TV or whatever, what's the first thing they did? Oh, I'm gonna get me a Cadillac.
Yeah.
And when you saw, let's say, a Caucasian with money, what they had a BMW, Mercedes, Jaguar. So I decided at a young age, I was like, that's the shit I want.
Yeah.
That's what you wanted.
I want a Jaguar, Mercedes, BMW, something
Jaguar.
like that.
Let me get that Jaguar.
You know, yeah, Porsche, something like that. I don't want no damn Cadillac.
So is one of the stereotypes that all black men want a white woman?
You know what? I won't say that's a stereotype. See, people want what they're not supposed to have.
Forbidden.
Exactly. That.
Stuff.
Remember we talked about the forbidden fruit on one of our shows.
Right.
So
message.
you wasn't supposed to have a white woman. So the funniest thing when I was in Virginia, when I was stationed out there, and went to a strip club. It was called Magic City. Damn sure wasn't like the one in Atlanta.
I'm willing to bet
Nowhere
it
near.
wasn't.
Now you had black women
Not that
there.
I've been there. I've heard stories.
I don't know.
Now you had women there. You had black women there. I mean, nice bodies, built. Then you had
Slugging.
Right. Then you had this one white girl there. I mean, she looked like she was picked right off the street. Crack roll.
You wanted to get her something to eat, didn't you?
Man, look, I don't know. I want to get a rehab.
Oh my God.
But the bad thing about it is, now they had her on a little stage by herself. And it was at least 10 black men around her giving her money.
Oh, that's
I
what
said,
they like.
what the hell?
I want to know what strip club you go to, because every strip club I done been to, I'm in my past life, that is, you know. I mean, the white women be slugging.
This particular day, because me and my boy,
I'm
he got
sorry.
one of them names.
I'm sorry. I'm having a Urban Dictionary moment. Slugging.
That means that they're built.
Oh, okay.
That was a learning moment.
Brought to you by.
Message. Brought to you by the UrbanDictionary.com.
But
Okay, continue. I'm sorry.
but
So wait. So Michelle, what did we learn?
We learned that if you slugging, you built.
so me and my friend, now he got a name that, you know, Raven Simone wouldn't hire. Now his name was Ty Angus.
I know
Ty
you.
Angus.
I know you lying to me.
Who came up with that?
His mama was high.
That's a stereotype that every black person, their name is something just ridiculous.
But his name was Ty Angus
Duracell,
Pack.
as y'all say.
And we
Dark
went up
weed.
in there and we was like, what? Because when we first walked in, we saw all these men at this one little small stage. So we like, shit, she definitely got to be banging. We ready to give my money. So we get in there. We trying to see what she look like.
ready to make it rain, huh?
Man, we saw her. Like, what the hell? Really? This broad need to be in rehab, not stripping.
Maybe that was rehab.
Oh my God.
So I mean, like I don't see that. I don't. So you was ready to make it rain and couldn't do it, huh?
Man, look out.
But see, that's why I don't really go to strip clubs, because I don't make it rain. I go to strip club and get partly cloudy with a chance of drizzles.
Making a change dropper?
It's like,
Nickels, some
well, you know
dimes.
what? $2. There you go.
Oh my God. Okay.
It's still sunny on me because I watch on another man dime in a heartbeat while he up there tossing his money. I'm standing behind him. I got the same show.
So all right, Michelle, what are some of the stereotypes that you feel like you may come across, whether it be in dealing with a male or being a female yourself? I know you deal with a whole lot of angry black women.
That's
Oh,
one
yeah,
of them, that's
I
one
do
of them
deal with
laughs.
that.
Like, I got a lot of shit on my mind.
I do deal with that personally. A lot of people think I'm angry 24/7.
That's because they don't know you.
Yeah, that's right. You have to get a chance to get to know a person before
Right.
you judge a book by its cover. However, we all judge a book by its cover.
What did we learn?
Yeah, that's true. I did judge David, but we all do it. I'm not saying that I'm any better than anybody else. We all do it.
Yeah, we do.
My thing about it is, with me, I do it, and then once I get to know that person, or that person shows me a different side of what I'm portrayed or what I've heard, then that's different.
See, it was
So,
funny
yeah,
because when I first heard about this dude, like, you know, I didn't know nobody that first got to the shift.
Right. And by
So-
dude, he means David.
By dude, I mean David, right? And they was like, man, Cross an asshole. I was like, who? Who you talking about? And so when I saw Cross, I was like, little dude with the beard. I hadn't had a conversation with him yet. And when I first heard him talk, I was like, oh, I see why people think you an asshole, because you got diarrhea flow in the mouth.
Right.
You just don't, I mean.
That's what it is.
It hits his brain and comes straight out his mouth. There's no
Right.
filter.
There's
There's
no
no stopping,
filter.
waiting. Hold on, let me think about
Right.
this before I say this. I'm
Ain't
just
no
gonna
fork
say it.
in the road to
And
make a
it's
decision.
Cool. It's cool.
But you
I
know
can
what?
deal
I
with
tried.
that.
Because see, I went to Kmart yesterday because they're going out of business on Torrance, and they ain't have any filters there. And I can't find one.
Oh my God. They ran out.
Maybe you can find a defense for them weak ass Giants.
Wow, shots fired.
Pa 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 pa.
How Derrick Rose doing the playoffs?
He all right.
Oh my God. So no, I mean not every black woman is angry all the time. However, you did experience somebody outside their body because they were in the wrong when it comes to them driving.
Wait, but see, you have a lot of people that partake into the stereotype.
But see, okay. Well, check this out.
Every black person is ghetto.
Here's a stereotype. Okay, if say you're in the store. And white, whether it be woman or man, they come in there and they're displeased with service and they go off. Mm-hmm. No one really feels threatened. You might be a little irritated, like what are they talking about? But you come in there and you go off.
Right.
They damn near gonna call the police.
Yeah.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Speaking of stores, you go in the store and sometimes you get followed around. You're like, just because I'm black, am I in here to steal? Why I keep seeing you in every aisle that I'm
Every
in?
aisle I met you at.
Right.
I went to a store in Washington State, and the guy was following me around. So, okay, I got one better for you. I'm grabbing a lot of shit that I know I'm not going to buy. I'm going to put it on that register and say I don't want it. And when the manager came,
Hashtag petty.
and that's petty as hell.
The asshole label.
And so the manager looked at me and she asked, "Why did I do that?" I said, "Your security guard been following me all day. I came in here to literally buy something."
Make an assumption.
Exactly. So
Ask you me.
I mean, to get followed around. I was in the military at the time. I'm like, I've never stole anything. I haven't given them a reason to think I would steal anything. But to follow me around, okay.
You say you never stole nothing?
I mean, when you're a kid, you might steal some
I'm
candy.
from the south side of Chicago. I didn't get it in. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I've never been arrested for stealing.
I got it passed.
Oh my God.
But here's another stereotype. They say
the thoughts and views of DaRon and David have nothing to do with the thoughts and views of Michelle.
I was watching. I don't know if you remember old documentary, "Pimps Up, Hoes Down."
Lord, here you go.
That's an old documentary.
That came out
in a year I
over
wasn't born.
Years. No, about 10 years ago.
Oh.
No, it was more than 10 years
I'm sorry.
ago.
I'm trying to get the shot.
It came out in the 90s.
It came out in like 93.
Was it that long?
93, 94.
I've been trying to find it. I've watching.
You've been trying to find it.
Yeah, I liked it. I mean,
he's looking for a career change.
But
to go with that Cadillac.
But back in the day, they said that. Oh, okay. Dave said it came out in 1999.
Oh, it was
99.
Okay.
See, Dave used to be a pimp.
There it is. Well, there used to be a pimp called white folks.
I was watching him too.
There was.
Oh my God.
And I ran into him more than a couple times. He's a funny dude in person. Let me tell you.
Oh my God.
They said back in the day, all black men wanted to be pimps.
Really?
Before the drug epidemic.
You know what?
Is that due to
maybe it's how you was raised or whatever. I never liked pimps, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because I never liked how them clowns dress.
Was it inspired by the movies? The black movies,
most
the
of the
Mac,
Superfly,
Superfly, Willie Dynamite, stuff like that, and I mean,
way down in the jungle deep,
Dolomite, yeah. So a lot of people wanted to be pimps. And I'm not saying all, but whenever you looked at a black man back then before the drug epidemic, all black men were gangbangers or pimps.
In the movies, until Shaft came along.
Right. But then they still looked at Shaft as a gangbanger.
Because he was a bad mother, shut your mouth.
That was before her time.
I'm just talking about Shaft.
I like Shaft, though.
That was before your time.
That's okay, though. At least I know about him.
But let's go and pay some bills because we got an epic rant today.
Ooh, we gonna jump that rant early?
Yeah, we gonna jump the.
Let's go.
I want to do the rant before we do the letter.
Dig that.
Oh boy.
Dig that.
Stay tuned.
Are you in need of quality audio engineering at a price that you can afford? Well, look no further than 8 Shots Music, where we bring the studio to you. Whether you're a voiceover talent, singer, rapper, or whether you're recording audio for audiobooks, we bring everything you need straight to you. Check us out today at www.8shotsmusic.com or call us at 773-948-9296. 8 Shots Music, your music anywhere.
Do you like originality? Do you like affordability? Then you'll love the Lost and Found Boutique. Original urban gear at an affordable price. The Lost and Found Boutique. Like them on Facebook. Or check them out online at the Lost and Found Boutique at bigcartel.com. That is www.thelostandfoundboutique.bigcartel.com. The Lost and Found Boutique. Dare to be different and discover what you've been missing.
Lost and found.
Back to David, DaRon, and Michelle for more Truth and Logic.
We're fighters for truth, justice, and the American way.
And we're coming right back at you, family. This is Truth and Logic, and we are on TalkZone.com. We are live, 888-GO-FOR-IT. That's 888-463-6748. It was once said by Gil Scott-Heron that the revolution would not be televised, but you know what? It's damn sure going to be talked about. And speaking of talking, David has a lot of it to do with this rant today. So
with
David,
this
go
rant,
ahead and set that up for him.
With this rant, I'm going to try to be a little less offensive.
Yeah, okay.
A little less offensive?
But see,
How?
the truth hurts. So, who gives a shit?
Ooh.
So, we're going to start off with this. Got 5 stories that I want to talk about. And 4 of the stories is talk about how we have women out here that do stupid shit, but we give them a pass on the stupid shit that they do. But the first story that I want to talk about, there was a protest right outside the police headquarters last week.
Yep.
Had a sign up that says, "Police, please stop shooting us."
Yep.
Right behind police headquarters,
Somebody got shot.
the 311 dispatcher was shot and killed
Yep.
while they were protesting about the police shooting black people. But a black person shooting at another black person killed the black person that he wasn't even intending to kill. Story 1. Story 2. The female that gave her niece the gun, which the clown that jumped on the bus in a wheelchair came, gave the female the gun. This female gave her niece the gun and said, "Shoot that bitch."
Right.
Oh, I ain't hear about this.
This was a couple
The
years
guy
ago.
was in, Donald Floor, he was in the county. He just got 100 years. Mm-hmm. But now, people are trying to say that this female shouldn't go to jail because she's a female. But she gave the girl the gun.
What that got to do with anything?
She's a retarded kid.
Okay. Now, we have the mother of a 13-year-old
Oh, I heard this crazy.
that gave the 13-year-old a knife, and the 13-year-old killed the 14-year-old girl. You know, the big-ass brawl outside of Cook County Jail?
Yeah.
Seen it.
I mean, when do we be parents? When do we say, okay, you stay your ass in the house and let all that silly shit out there happen?
When do black lives start mattering to black people?
So now you have 3 black lives that's ruined.
By black people.
Really 2, because the mother really
They
ain't
wasn't
shit.
the police, they were black people.
Exactly. But we want to sit out here and protest the police. Now, another story. Me and Michelle talked about this in length a few days ago. 23-year-old female had a child by a known gang member. The gang member killed the 23-year-old because he wanted her to have an abortion.
Whoa.
And ended up shooting her 3-year-old. The report that I posted said he was on life support, but actually he's off life support. The 3-year-old will make it, but he did lose his left eye.
Come on, man.
Now, here's
I
my
didn't
problem.
know all of that part.
Well, because I found that out later.
Oh, wow.
Now, they're trying to charge this man with 2 counts of first-degree murder. Here's my problem with 2 counts of first-degree murder. pro-choice says when a female have an abortion, that child is a zygote. It's not even a human being. So, okay, he killed the mother. He should be charged with first-degree murder in that instance. But should he be charged with the murder of an unborn child?
Okay, my only, how far along in the pregnancy?
She was like 2 months.
On 2 months? Okay.
Right. But see, here's my problem.
Because that's the argument that they use. They try to say how far along was she before.
I understand that. I understand that. But you can't sit up here and say, okay, well, she about to have an abortion. It's not a living being. Oh, well, he killed her. But now it's automatically a living being.
Right.
Like I've said it before, I'm not a big fan of abortion. But we can't make the laws fit when we want to sit up here and protect women's rights.
You can't put the square peg in the circle hole.
Exactly. So we can't sit up here and say, okay, well, if it's a woman, she want to have an abortion because of this. So we going to say that murdering this child is not murder because she didn't want to have the child. But then, well, he killed her, even though it wasn't a child, but we're going to say it's a child now so we could get him an extra count of murder. That shit ain't right. So it says the guy's name is Mr. Dixon. Now, Mr. Dixon had ties to a gang. Mr. Dixon has a long criminal rap sheet. She knew all this before she got with him. But evidently, Mr. Dixon had a long Mr. Dixon.
I knew you was going to go there with that.
So, is that why she got with Mr. Dixon?
Well, you heard what they say.
Yeah.
We had a conversation with a specific young lady, and we said, what if you have a guy who ain't shit, who got multiple kids, don't take care of him? She said, well, if he putting down good,
he putting down to Mr. Dixon,
he could be putting down some good Mr. Dixon.
Well, that good Mr. Dixon had her life taken away. But the thing
Priorities.
is, she went on Facebook and was saying how she was gonna fuck this man's life up. And that's what triggered Mr. Dixon.
Oh, wow.
Oh, so she went on and
Right. What a lot of people
supposed to be
do.
a man. Why you letting words affect you?
But now the killer story in your hometown, New York City.
Oh, New York. What's going on?
A New York
No,
City
don't stand
teacher.
up for that crap.
Hold on. A New York City teacher killed her 4-year-old and infant child because her husband cheated.
Whoa.
What?
That's too much for me.
The New York City teacher killed her 4-year-old and infant child because her husband cheated. Now, the husband cheated, ended up getting the girl.
What the hell that got to do with her killing her children?
That's what she said, but hold on, listen to the story. She said that's why she killed him. Now, first, she looked up ways on how to kill her kids online.
Oh, okay. I heard about this one. Yeah. I didn't know it was due to him cheating. What
he cheated. He cheated with a female in Spain and got her pregnant.
In Spain?
Yeah.
He was in the military.
No, he's a NYC police officer. Second, she went to Pep Boys and put windshield wiper fluid in their juice. When that didn't kill them, she drowned the kids.
Why she didn't do antifreeze?
I don't know. She slit her wrist and cut the gas on. Now,
okay, so she killed herself?
No, she never killed herself.
She tried, didn't work.
So, she was arrested. She faced up to 50 years, 25 years per kid.
Mm-hmm.
The prosecutors wanted to give her 40 years. This lady, the judge said this was a difficult decision to make because we know what postpartum depression can do to a woman. But hold on. You sat up here and studied on how to kill your kids. You attempted to kill them. You drowned them. You wrote a note on why you killed your kids. So,
did they do any tests
I don't know what
to
test
see
they
if
did.
she had postpartum
You-
depression?
I know-
or is this
I
just
believe-
Are there
made?
tests that you can run for that, though?
I have no
But
idea.
I believe postpartum depression is real, but here's
Yeah,
my
I believe
problem.
it's real,
When
too.
you sit down and you sit up here and you start searching for ways, if you lost your mind and you just happen to do some stupid shit, you just did some stupid shit. But when you sit up here and you search for ways to do stupid shit, that's premeditated. I'm sorry. It's first degree murder all day, every day.
Right.
Now, a lot of people from counselors, people in the jail was saying that she was a model citizen. And she said if she was given the chance, she would tell everybody on the troubles. She was the voter of lights on explaining the troubles of postpartum depression. Now, like I said, she was facing 50 years. The prosecutor was trying to give her 40. Can anybody guess how many years she got?
I know.
I know the answer to this.
I know the answer.
She got 8
8.
years
Could be out
with
in
the
3.
possibility of being out in 3 years. Here's my problem with this. If a man does something, we never look into what's going on in his head. If a man cut off a woman's titty, we ain't gonna sit up here and say, well, hey, what was going on in this man's head? What did she do to make him do that? But as soon as a woman does something, the very first thing we want to know is, what did that man do? If you cheat on your wife, if your wife cheat on you, well, what did that man do to make you cheat on him?
But if I cheat on her, it's like he ain't shit.
You ain't shit. But see, this is the pass we give women.
No, I'm kind of confused because the only explanation, okay, if this was reversed and he found out she was cheating on him and he killed the kids, I would kind of understand because he would be like, is that my damn children? That might be
But see, here's the thing.
valuable.
Here's the thing. I've seen a person he's facing 57 years for murdering one person. This lady was only facing 50 for murdering 2.
And then they gave her 8.
And wait. He's facing 57 years at 100%.
Exactly.
Oh, wow.
So this is the problem I had. Somebody told me the other day that I'm women bashing. No, I'm not women bashing. I want more men to start standing up.
You be women bashing.
And I want more men to stand up so men can start having rights. Men are losing rights at an astonishing pace.
We ain't losing nothing we ain't never had.
So, because but the stories that I just read.
Dave was like, I'm gonna drop the bomb right on that point.
But the stories that I was telling, and it goes back to what I said before, where we treat women like they're retarded children. Okay, well, this female does something. Well, somebody had to have made her do it.
Don't treat me like no
So,
retard.
Y'all want the tapioca pudding?
But
I feel offended.
here's what I don't get about what women live, pro-right, feminist, or whatever you want to call them. You say you want equal rights. I say give them equal lefts, but
Yeah, we know.
Dave gonna get beat up after that show.
but no.
I'm
Here's
ask all the groups, please don't protest the show.
But no, here's my problem with
beat him
this.
down.
If you can't sit up here and say we want equal rights when it's beneficial. If we're gonna have it equal, it need to be equal across the board.
Dig that.
But we have you could put a man that does something and we're gonna nail him against the wall. We have a woman that does something, we're gonna try to figure out what's the matter. I just saw a story today on ABC. 13-year-old girl had in school and was getting gangbanged by 25-year-old boys. 25 boys in the girls' bathroom. They all kids. The mother didn't want to press charges. The girl didn't want to press charges. They were looking to find ways to press charges on these kids, on the boys. They was even saying, well, maybe she had a mental problem. So if she had a mental problem, we could get them on having sex with somebody with mental retardation.
Wow, that sounds like a mental problem.
But it sounds like a mental problem, but
it also sounds like
But you know what?
her mama got one too.
You can get them. That's statutory rape, and she's underage. So
the boys were underage.
But still, it's statutory rape. It doesn't matter.
So if you 14 and I'm sleeping with a 14-year-old, how's that statutory rape?
Check the law. I'm telling you what it is.
I have to look into
I'm
that
telling you
because
what it is.
Entertainment.
I'm telling you what it is because I have a daughter, and trust me, if I find out something, I'm gonna give a damn. You could be 13, she's 16. I got you. Tell your mom and them goodbye.
Ooh.
No, but I mean,
Watch out,
because I have a daughter too. but can you blame the boy?
No, you can't blame. Well, you can't. But
see
they
that.
Can, I will.
But I understand
it's
why
go, It's either go get locked up or have your mama buy a new black dress. Now, what you want to do?
Slow singing and flower bringing.
You know, hey, look, let me read this quick letter real quick. We're gonna go pay some bills, and we're gonna let this letter marinate on you for the 2 and 2 that we doing the break.
Oh, that's
I says, Dear Truth and Logic team, I've been in a relationship with my current boyfriend for the last 8 years. While all is fine, my mind is set on eventually marrying him. I know he loves me and I love him. I just can't figure out what's holding him up from proposing to me. We both have good jobs and make fairly decent money, so it can't be financial. I'm 28 years old and I'm not getting any younger. I don't want to play house. I want the family the right way. My question to you guys is simple. Should I stay or should I go? One of my girlfriends says that a man won't move until prompted to do so. What do you guys think? Confused. We gonna go pay some bills and we gonna get right back. It's Truth and Logic, y'all.
Hold on, let me see that letter.
Do you like originality? Do you like affordability? Then you'll love the Lost and Found Boutique. Original urban gear at an affordable price. The Lost and Found Boutique. Like them on Facebook. Or check them out online at The Lost and Found Boutique at BigCartel.com. That is www.thelostandfoundboutique.bigcartel.com. The Lost and Found Boutique. Dare to be different and discover what you've been missing.
Lost and found.
Are you in need of quality audio engineering at a price that you can afford? Well, look no further than 8 Shots Music, where we bring the studio to you. Whether you're a voiceover talent, singer, rapper, or whether you're recording audio for audiobooks, we bring everything you need straight to you. Check us out today at www.8shotsmusic.com or call us at 773-948-9296. 8 Shots Music, your music anywhere.
Give us the truth. That's what we need.
Truth and Logic. Back to DaRon, David, and Michelle on TalkZone.com.
And we're coming right back at you. This is your Truth and Logic team family. We are live. It's 888-GO-FOR IT. That's 888-463-6748. Before we went to commercial, we read a Logic letter to you real quick. That's got to be photoshopped. We read a Logic letter to you real quick, and it was by hashtag confused. So there's a trending photo of Russell Westbrook going on, and that's got to be his face photoshopped on the chick's body.
It is photoshopped.
Because he's weird, but he ain't. If you look at the face, those are game faces right there. Ain't nobody just walking to the mailbox looking like that. But anyway, so do you all want to jump on this on this response real quick, or you want me to dissect it and cut it up real quick?
She not confused. Okay.
Okay, well.
Hashtag confused. Okay. You've been with a person, she said 8 years, right?
Right.
Good relationship. They make good money together. And he's not budging. First of all, change a diaper. You can't change a man, number one.
That sounds real for me. I think a wise man once said that.
He might have said that. You can't make a person do what they're not ready to do. If that man ain't ready to marry you by now, he probably ain't even thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
My question is, have they talked about marriage?
Have they talked about it? Has it been a conversation? What's his side of it? Because his side could be like, man, she been pressuring me all these years. I ain't got time for that, you know.
Right.
Why buy the milk when you got the cow?
I'm somewhat of an asshole. You pressure me into marriage. It might just push it off that much longer.
We just gonna say that he ain't like you though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, so let me tell you.
Should you move on? That's your decision. Whether
First of all,
stay.
let's just say that we are not relationship experts. So that's not, we gonna tell you how we see
not
it,
Steve Harvey.
how we do it. Shit, he ain't a
opinion.
relationship expert.
He claims
you know
he
what I'm
is.
saying? But I mean, we gonna tell you how we see it from based on our experience, from our point of view. First of all, I ain't never gonna tell you to leave your man. You ain't never gonna say, well, DaRon and David and Michelle said that nigga you could kick rocks. That's not how that conversation
See
gonna
them
go.
rocks over there in the street.
Yeah, that's
We
not
want
how
you
that
to form
conversation gonna
a
go.
thought and an opinion.
Right, but
from what we're
I
saying.
from what I see in your letter, you say y'all been together 8 years and you 28. So that tell me y'all been together since you was 20. So y'all did some growing together.
Right.
Y'all did some growing together. You don't say how old he is, but we gonna say he's between the ages of 28 and 30.
Right.
Okay.
And I believe seriousness probably didn't start until after 25.
It's possible.
If I think so, because I don't think anybody trying to be serious at how old you
28.
20.
I mean,
I don't
it's
think
possible.
nobody trying to be serious
I mean,
at 20
you know what?
if y'all started dating.
Coming
but I
from
don't
someone who got married at 21.
know. Okay, go off of.
I mean, I can say this. What's your hurry? You know what I'm saying? I mean, if everything is cool, then I think that maybe I don't know what their conversation piece is.
Right.
But like I said, if you all have been together since you were 20 years old and now you're 28, there's been some growing that took place.
Right.
So now you need to see where you all are at growth wise.
Right.
Because he may be in another place and be like, I don't really want to do this shit. You know what I'm saying? Or it may be something different. I mean, it could be, first of all, let's get to the end of this letter. Your girlfriend says that a man won't move until prompted to do so. Okay, quit talking to your bitter ass friends about your relationship.
Do the girlfriend have a man?
If your girlfriend ain't married, she should shut what they call the fuck up.
Ooh.
Okay?
Ooh.
Because here's the thing. You can't come to me and tell me, yo, Michelle, I got an idea. We gonna make $1 million. My first question to you is, my first question to you gonna be, do you have $1 million already?
Nope.
And the minute you say no, my next statement is gonna be like, get the hell away from me. Because if you had an idea to make $1 million, you go make it first, right?
First, before you start
right?
spreading
Okay,
the
so
word.
tell your friends that you are confiding in who ain't got no man or ain't married or they in fucked up relationships. Quit talking to them. Let's start with that. Okay. Secondly, quit making it seem like you 58 years old. You 28. You just now getting to the point where you figuring out who you are.
True.
You know what I'm saying? You just now, because see, when you young and dumb, you 22, 23, 24, you think you know everything. We think we know everything between those ages.
Right.
But we look back and be like, man, I was dumb as hell. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Right.
like, what was I thinking when I did that?
Man,
So now you're at a stage where maybe you all can set a foundation.
You live and you learn.
Exactly. So what you all need to do is sit down, determine where you all are at, and determine where you're gonna go from that. Because first of all, you all are already living together.
Right. And
All right, because
discussion
she
is
didn't
vital.
say that, but look at what she
The
said. She
playing
said, "I
house
don't
part.
want to play house.
But you're playing
I
house.
want the family the right way."
Did she have any
You
kids?
can
Did
only
she-
play house if you already doing it.
That is
True.
true.
You know what I'm saying?
That is
You
true.
can only play house if you already doing it. Go get if you ain't already got your own place. Go get it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because absence is gonna make that heart grow a little
And I
fonder.
can understand they probably been living together for a while because when you were younger, 21, 22, like, hey,
If y'all
you get
really-
your money
if
together,
your
I get my
money-
money, we can afford this nice apartment.
If your money is as decent
Together.
as you say it is,
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, real talk. If your money is
At
as
the
decent
time.
as you say it is, go get your own shit.
What's decent?
To each his
I
own.
look at it like
Some
this.
person
I look
might
at it
think
like this.
decent
If
is
we
different.
together and we making over $100,000 combined, we doing all
that's
right.
decent. But yeah,
That's me.
I've seen two people that's making 40,000 together, and they call that decent.
Okay, having a financial background.
It depends.
I'm just, I know,
But
I'm saying.
having a financial background, two people, $40,000, y'all are below the poverty line.
Yeah,
There it is.
but they claim they decent.
But so we got to get some chime in on this. Right?
Yeah, I know.
Who's chiming in?
Okay. Now I know it said that you were just listening in, but I know you heard this letter.
I heard a lot.
So
Hello.
How you doing, Pastor Quinn?
Hello.
So-
I'm fine. Happy Wednesday.
what we want to know is What saith the Lord?
I'm gonna wash your mouth out. I'm gonna wash you and David.
Look, I'm your son. You know I'm retarded. What's wrong with you?
Hey, your wife said don't use the word
I'm
retarded
kinda
no more.
That's right. Yeah, I didn't have retarded children. I'm with Michelle. I don't buy the confused thing, because if you've given somebody 8 years of your life, what's confused about where you are? Mm-hmm. You've been living in this. You've been playing house. The cow has been milked several times, and you don't. Now all of a sudden you don't want to do this. Well, have you said that? What's the conversation? Right. Has the conversation of marriage ever come up?
Have you set
How
the
do
tone?
you know that this man wants to be married? Just because you do. So my thing is, I kind of had a situation like this in my younger days, but thank God for wisdom, because what I did was packed up and left. And nothing happened. It wasn't supposed to. I thank God that I didn't get caught up in that. Mm-hmm. But, if it's meant to be, you don't have to live together to find out that it's meant to be. But you've had, and then the other thing is maybe she's confused because she's not had the opportunity, but she's been caught up for 8 years with one person.
True.
Maybe she's not had the opportunity to experience anybody else. If you get married right now and Cool Hand Luke comes along,
Cool Hand Luke,
your marriage is messed up.
Woo, Cool Hand Luke.
Yeah,
because you definitely don't want to get married and run into nobody like me, boy. What? Let me stop.
Wow.
Dexter St. John.
One little thing, one little thing could lead to another.
Right.
And who knows what has he been doing? Have you all been faithful to each other in this 8 years?
Good question.
Well, she said she said everything's great.
That still don't mean they haven't been faithful.
Maybe that's why it's great.
That don't mean a lot. Hey, people put on
facades you need a breath of fresh air.
Just the waters.
My mama gonna get me.
Facades every day. Yes, I am.
But you know what though? But seriously though, to piggyback off what you're saying though, I agree, because first of all, let's say this, ladies, if you have to make a man marry you, you probably don't want to marry that man.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Because from personal experience, everyone I know that has made a nigga marry them has eventually gotten divorced.
Living in hell.
You gotta make him marry you. He gonna dip everywhere.
When you give him that "marry me or else" speech, it's already done. The relationship's already over.
It's messed up. Because they'll throw back in your face one day, I only married you because I had to. Mm-hmm. I only married because you gave me an alternative. I only married you because you was pregnant.
Right.
You don't want to hear those words thrown back in your face.
Right.
And I know a lot of people who have. I know a lot of young ladies that when I was working in the schools, their parents insisted, but then they, come back later. Well, he told me he only married me because, hey, I watched a young lady that grew up in the church. Spent her wedding night on the floor a heap because he left her in the hotel room.
Say what now?
Because she was pregnant.
She said, rewind that.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
They got married, had this big elaborate wedding. She spent the night in her wedding dress on the floor of the hotel room because he left her in the hotel room.
Wow.
Don't know where he went, but chances are
he
didn't go home to his mama.
He went to go get some milk.
He went to go milk another cow.
That's how the women end up on Snapped.
So seriously, but it was like, it was like a joke of a marriage. Unfortunately, I watched 2 young ladies in the church that happened too, and their marriage was over in less than a year. It's really over in less than 6 months. But why do you want to perpetrate something and give somebody and like you, don't talk to your friends. I'm not going to give you the vernacular that DaRon did, but your friends, how are they living? Are they married? Are they single? Your friends can't get, even if they was married. I don't go talk to none of my married friends.
But you know what, Pastor Quinn, I've seen this a lot. You got men and women, they go talk to their friends about what's going on, and you give them too much information. The next thing you know, that friend is going over to your spouse.
Thank you.
And
yeah, they're such a bad guy, but or such a bad woman, but your friend then turned it, and now they getting it on. Or you go talk to, that's just like, I used to tell, well, I didn't have that problem with DaRon, but you don't have your friends go talk to nobody that you like, because then they going to end up with that person, and you left out looking like, well, I thought you were supposed to be talking for me.
Right.
Yeah, that happened to me a couple times, though. Somebody was like, hey, can you go talk to wrong answer. Then you wonder why she like me.
Horrible. No.
Well, Pastor Quinn, I want to get your take on the story that I talked about with the New York City teacher. The one that killed her 2 kids.
You know what? I believe in postpartum depression. Pray for me, y'all. But
Man, it's been 44 years. What you talking about?
DaRon to do it to a person.
I don't know how old the baby was. The fact of the matter is that she took 2 lives.
Well, see, here's my problem. I do believe in postpartum depression. I do believe it exists. But if you sit down and you look up ways on how to kill your kids,
ways to kill them,
like you said,
you can't tell me that's postpartum depression.
No, postpartum depression is usually something that happens right now, instantly.
Right.
I did not have time to go out and plan it. When you said all of the stuff that she did, she went online and researched this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's called vindictive vengeance. And what do the kids have to do with what their daddy did to you?
Right.
Exactly.
I'm sorry. That has nothing to do with postpartum depression. I don't care how many doctors get on the stand. I don't care how many psychologists get on the stand. Postpartum depression kicked in. If it kicked in a long time ago. It didn't while you was planning this, what I'm going to do to get back at this man for what he did to me. Why didn't you hurt him?
Right.
Right. What's taking the kids' life? That's the second or third story I've heard. Now that one is new. I didn't hear about that one.
It's just
it just happened like last week.
She just got her she just got her sentence last week.
Last week she just got sentenced last week.
I've heard of 2 or 3, like the people, the woman that drove the car into the ocean, and the people ran in and got the kids out.
That's the one I was telling you all about a couple of weeks ago.
Come on. No, I'm sorry. 44 years, and then she got off with 8 because that's what they say. No, I'm sorry, but you know what her sentence really is because whenever her right mind, quote unquote, comes back, she got to live with what she did to her children for the rest of her life. That's a death sentence.
But you know what, though? I don't know. Because some people are so detached. Like I tell people all the time, like people say, I can't understand how you could do something like that. Well, if you could understand it, that means you'd probably be in their shoes. You know what I'm saying? Like we say, like, how do people constantly come in and out of jail? Well, if I understood that, then I'd probably be one of them. You know what I'm saying? So she may or may never get it.
Well, I don't know. I can say mental illness, but even in mental illness, most mental ill people, but they didn't use that. They didn't use that for a defense because, they say, well, the voices that was talking to me or whatever. But, when it comes to something like that and you got the background of the story, she did it to get even with her husband, that doesn't say postpartum depression to me.
No, it doesn't.
Like Michelle said, I mean, maybe you snapped out for a minute. You should have been on Snap. But the thing is that how you gonna get back? How you gonna get back at your husband through taking the life of your children?
Right.
I just can't see it. And being a mother, I don't care how mad I get mad at my children's father. I am not gonna hurt them.
Right.
To get back at him.
But
it's
you know what?
So stupid.
You know what, Pastor Queen? And this is what hurts me the most. I see a lot of mothers out here. They're mad at the kids because they look like the father, and they're abusing the kid. And you ugly MF. You look like your father. You look just like your daddy. But
you was liking him like
you
not
was
too
liking
long
him
ago.
when y'all was
obviously you liked them at some point.
But now you all not together anymore. Now you have nothing to say about the father.
Positive.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, thank God for deliverance, because I mean, but I never even
before that though. I mean, look here, man. My mother never told me anything negative about my father. Mm-hmm. Anything negative I know or feel about or have felt in the past about my own man. I developed that on my own. It wasn't because
and that's
my
the way
mother
it should
fed
be.
it to me.
It should be like that.
I always told him, I don't have to tell him anything about you. He will find out whatever he needs to know for himself.
Right.
Because when I was young and crazy, I used to tell his sister, there are certain things that I will not put up with because one of us will be in jail for murder and the other would be going to the cemetery, and I would be the one in jail.
Snap.
Yeah, that wasn't Pastor Quinn. That was Diane. The alter ego.
It was not. Hey, that was not. And I probably would have been. I would have been on the episode of Snap.
Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all a quick story about my mom. She bought up. She opened the door. We in a courtroom, right? And she opened the door to the crazy. Right?
Don't be putting her out there like that.
Let me tell you, like, 'cause a lot of people think that my mother's a cool person. She's cool. Like, I mean, love her to death, love her to life. But every now and then, Diane would come out, right? So I remember I was like 16 years old. I was on the phone with this chick, and my mother said, "I need you to get off the phone." I said, "All right, I'm gonna get off." And I'm still on the phone, and she told me again. She said, "All right, I need my phone. Get off my phone." I said, "All right, I'm getting off." I'm still talking, and she disappears on me. She came around the corner with a golf club. So I was like, gotta go by. Because I ain't want them to hear no parts of what was finna go down.
Because soon as you said, all right, I'm going to get off,
she came
no.
She came around the corner. Because like the second time I said, like, you know how you replay stuff in your mind? Like the second time I was like, all right, I'm going to get off. And she had this look on her face like, oh, you think it's sweet around here. She's like, okay, I'm going to be right back.
See, the thing about it is the first one was your warning.
Right.
Not the second one.
I was like, boy, Diane came out right quick. She's like, okay, I'll tell you what, still be there when I get back here.
See, that's how that's how you get them. Like, hey, Pastor Quinn, I got an issue over here. Can you come through?
You be like, Pastor Quinn, DaRon ain't acting right. You be like, I got to go by.
Deborah, if you listening, that's how you get them.
Man, 23 years, man. She better fall back. She gonna be listening to the replay. I'm definitely gonna cover this up while I say it.
Exactly.
Hey, as soon as we get to this part, hey baby, let's go get something to drink.
I ain't scared. We gonna come to the end. I'm like, that's the end of the show. You ain't
Hey, Deborah, I would just like to say I have nothing to do with this.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Hey.
Any parting words for the family since this our last show on Talk Zone?
No, you all have done an excellent job. I've enjoyed to be able to be a part, and just hey, I pray for the next leg of your journey, whatever it might be.
We thank you
to keep it going, and
I'm pretty sure we got some people that's gonna follow us just because they want to hear what Pastor Quinn got to say. Cause
of course, you like the fourth host.
People ask me every week, "Your mama gonna be on the show?" I'm like, my mama not even part of the show. She calls in.
Like you should be calling in.
Mama Quinn.
Like they should be calling
right.
DaRon was missing you last week.
You know what? I was out downtown somewhere, and when I thought about the show, it was like 5:00, and I was like, "Oh my God, today is Wednesday," and it was interesting because the day before I was calling in, right? And I'm calling in like, "What is wrong? Why is it not coming up?" And then it hit me. Okay, today is Tuesday. And then when Wednesday came, I was just totally. I think I woke DaRon up, called and said, "I am so sorry. I was just really out there last Wednesday, taking care of business." But I do enjoy. I enjoy the call, and I'm not a stuffy. I believe in freedom of speech to a certain extent. But
David.
I love the concept. I love the concept of the show, and like I said, I enjoyed having the opportunity to be a part and share my views, because I don't believe that everybody that speaks the truth is going to hell because they just tell it like it is.
Right.
Okay? Their salvation is for everybody. And I love you guys, and I look forward.
We love you back.
Well, I'm here to tell you, I talked to my mama, Michelle Cross. I hope she listening now, because I told her she losing to Pastor Quinn because she haven't called in to the show not one time.
Now she might meet me and not like me.
Well, maybe she'll call the new show because it's a new time. It's later.
Judging people by their cover,
Nah, you know what? I'm gonna tell you this. My mother, she's a very sweet lady, but that Diane that DaRon was talking about, yeah, I felt that, because Johnny Kemp had a song called "Just Got Paid" It's Friday night, and I didn't know my mother was home, and I was singing my own version, and needless to say, I got the hell beat out of me that night.
Lord have mercy.
And then that next morning, she woke me up to go to school. I was still mad for the night before. I called myself flipping her off. Nah.
Oh, no, you didn't.
I was bad.
He didn't know she see.
I didn't know she wasn't supposed to turn her head at that time. And she turned her head.
Even if she didn't, she probably had eyes in the back of her head. She would have got it anyway.
You know what? My mother knew I was just
she turned her head
stupid.
And he like, and then when I woke up, right?
Right.
Because I had flipped off because I was mad, and then tried to play it off like I was stretching.
And then
so I got a butt
later,
whooping. I got a butt whooping that night and that morning.
And still went to school.
Wow.
And went to school.
Had to go to school.
And better not act a fool.
Yeah, I was a model citizen in school that day.
And then years later, he woke up in the military.
He like in the middle, like, how am I here?
It's nice talking to you, Pastor Quinn. Hopefully we hear from you tomorrow.
Hopefully.
Tomorrow is the okay. Well, yeah. Hey, all I gotta do is get the number.
So
we'll let you know.
We will let you know. And having said that, we want to send a shout out one more time to Dan for making us sound good.
Thank
we
you,
appreciate
Dan.
you. We love you.
Dave.
Right.
He done renamed you, Dave.
Right, renamed Dave. To Dave for making us sound good. For Gene for giving us the opportunity to sit down and reach out to you all every week, every month since December to do what we do. And man, keep your eyes and ears open, family, because we here.
Right.
And Dave, we hopefully you listening to us on our next endeavors. Call into the show.
Right.
Since he always got the good.
Let us know when we wrong. And on that note,
right.
We are on a hiatus, but live life as if you're gonna die tomorrow. But take the time to learn as if you're gonna live forever. Develop an opinion. Think about it, and remember, everything that's black and white, it's not always black and white. So until you hear from us again
on our 25 hour,
I'm DaRon.
This is David.
This is Michelle.
And this is still Truth and Logic, y'all.
It's your truth still versus my logic.
All right, peace and love.
I didn't rename David.